Okay, so let's begin installing and configuring ISE virtual machine, and I'll be using the OVA file. So once the import process finishes, you might have to change the interface adapter to match the NIC you're using for your lab. In my case, I'm using VMnet 8, so I'll just keep this like it is. And if you want, you might change as well the RAM and CPU, although this is not recommended for OVA files because ISE might behave in a different way. So, but I'm just going to play with the default. So I start our virtual machine. And before starting ISE configuration, you make sure that your gateway and your DNS server are already deployed. Otherwise, you might have problems during the setup process. So let's start configuring by typing setup. And first thing is going to be name. We'll take I01. The IP address is going to be 10.65.74.205. And netmask 255.255.255.0. Gateway 10.65.74.254. No, I don't want IPv6. My DNS is going to be tech.com. Name server is going to be 10.65.74.204. No, I don't need a second one. My NTP server is the same, 64.204. Not need a secondary. Time zone, keep it default. I'll enable SSH. Admin, keep default. Password. Okay. Now it's going to make some validation tests whether it can reach the gateway, the DNS server, and it's going to check as well the performance for this VM, how fast is your hard disk for write and reading. So this process is going to take for a while, and just going to wait for a second. And once it starts the configuration, I'm going to pause the video. It's taking some time. Now it's pinging gateway and DNS. Now testing the disk performance. Okay. Okay. Okay, so it is supported. In my case, I'm using an SSD hard disk, so probably want to deploy ISE on your SSD disk. It's going to be faster, but if you have IDE, you might just use and see how it works. So right now this process is going to be a length one, so I'll just pause, and once it's finished, we continue from there. Okay, the installation it's already finished, and let's log in. So okay, it's okay. Now before we proceed any further, first we have to make some validation tests, and the first one is to see whether the ISE application is already running. So we can check that by running show application ISE status. Show ISE application status. Show application status ISE. Okay, and it's going to run show all the process that for ISE application that are running or are in the initiating status. Depending on your server performance, this might take around 20 to 30 minutes to be in the running state, so this might take a while. Okay, and what I want to see is application server. It's initializing, so I give some more minutes, and once it's in the running state, we'll continue. And let me just check NTP. NTP. So NTP looks okay, and that's what we want to see. The current time source, and let's see if we should have reachability by now. 204. Yep, and we should be able to reach our gateway as well. Okay, so right now we just have to wait until the ISE application gets into running state and start configuring ISE on the GUI. So I'll pause for now and continue in a couple of minutes. Okay, let's test now again, and the status should already be running. Okay, and we can test being the AD name and pings 1064 74 204, and it's working as well. Okay, so the ISE installation is completed and successful, and we have reachability with DNS server and the gateway and NTP. So we can proceed to the next phase, and that will be configuring ISE to join the AD. So see you next one.